Okay, hello friends, welcome to BISP Solutions and myself Ashwin, and BISP Solutions is a tech company and provide technological solutions across the world. Now today is our day 22 and within the last 21 sessions I would like to thank you to all of you those who have watched my 21 sessions. So in this our 22nd session, now see within the last 21 sessions, see here we have seen so many things, how many types of BA and all these things. Now today we are going to change a little bit topic. We will see, now see, so far we have seen how a BA works in end-to-end implementation related to NetSuite. Now let's imagine that it's a software development project. Okay, now software development project is there, and now what will be the role of a business analyst during the software development project? Now see, in this end-to-end NetSuite project, the BA behaves like he will prepare the BRD, then he will prepare the FRD, all these things will be there. But in spite of all these, the business analyst has to learn a little Python also. Let's take the example of Python project. Okay, we are developing a project in Python. Okay, now we are developing a project in Python, and in this Python project the methodology will be used like waterfall, right? Now in this everything will be the same, BRD, FRD, the high level solution architecture design, everything. But apart from that, the business analyst has to learn a little Python also. So today we are going to practice what things in Python that a business analyst should learn. Okay, so first of all, see here, our agenda is like Python for BA, right? Business analyst, basic of scripting and data reading. So there are some things that a analyst must know, because while facing to the client, the business analyst also should have some knowledge of Python. For example, look at this. Why should BA learn Python? Python is easy to learn even without a programming background, first thing. Then helps BA automate repetitive tasks like data cleaning, report generation, log file analysis. Okay, and great for handling large data sets in Excel, works well with tools like Pandas, Excel, Jupyter, and enhance collaboration with data teams, developer teams and testers. Now suppose if the business analyst have this type of knowledge of Python, that how the CSV is uploaded, because suppose if the business analyst never know how to upload 1000 records of customers, then how will the business analyst will communicate with the client? If the client says that what will be your procedure to upload 1000 our historical data in new Python system, so at least he should say something in front of the client that okay, we will do it with the help of CSV. And if he does not know that part also, then how will he communicate and how will he get the information? So that is why the business analyst must know exactly how a project move further, right? So first of all, data cleaning. When I will, suppose I am a business analyst and I am not having let's suppose I don't have any like programming background, but at least when I will communicate with the client, I will ask the client that okay sir, you will provide us the historical data, metadata first, and then transactional data. Then we will first insert the metadata, because without metadata transactional data can't be inserted. Then first of all, whatever you will provide us, we will clean the data. When it comes on the time duration, when the client will ask about the time duration, so I will explain them something like this: whatever you will provide us, we will first clean the data. If the data is not correct, then whatever the clean data will be there, we will upload it with the help of this CSV format, right? This CSV and Excel, right? because Python is good for is a good tool for handling huge amount of data, and we will use the data science concept also. Okay, and also we will prepare some log file system also. When we will upload the data, then how would we know that all the 100% data is uploaded, or how much data is failed to upload? So we will prepare some log files also. Then we will prepare the report generation also. We will generate the reports for you, right? So I will explain him something like that, so that the client also know. Okay, he will also come to know about the complete process, right? Now works well with tools like Pandas. I will explain him that we will use the tools, because nowadays many client employees, they also having some knowledge of IT. Okay, and then if I am having that type of technical knowledge, so it will be easy for me to communicate with the testers, the developers, and the teams. Okay, now how to set up the Python environment. Okay, so today we are talking about Python project. Okay, and this will be the example for all the programming language. Suppose if you are deployed on if a business analyst is deployed on any Java project, so the techniques of installation of Java application, all these things will be different, but the concept will be the same. Okay, now let's move ahead. So first of all, you will see here setting up Python environment. Now first of all, when you will work on Python, so first of all you have to install the Python application, right? Python environment, and for that there is an editor also, Jupyter Notebook, VS Code as an editor. There is one more editor like PyCharm. There are few more editors are there, or you can easily find it on the internet, right? And they all are downloadable and easy to install. Now second, in Python, see, in different programming languages there are techniques are different. For example, if you talk about the PHP and Laravel, in PHP also there are some procedures with the help of which you can do the scripting, and in some programming languages you need to install the libraries. With the help of that libraries you can do it. Now in this Python you have to use a command pip install pandas openpyxl, right? For example, just give me an example. Let me give you one example here. Just a second. Discard. Just give me 1 second. Yes, I am back. Okay, now see here, look at this. Suppose if you want to install the pandas, so you have to run this command in the DOS prompt. Okay, so in that case your pandas library will be installed, right? This is the pandas library, and this pip install, it's a command pip install, right, for pandas. Similarly, if you go here, you will see pip install matplotlib, right, Python plotting package. You can see here powerful data structure for data analysis, time series and statistics. Pandas is used for this. Similarly, you can use for this, right? So similarly you can install maximum libraries like this. Okay, suppose if you find for NumPy, look at this NumPy, pip install NumPy. All libraries are easily available, easily accessible on net. So you have to first install these type of libraries first. When you will install the Python environment, then you have to install the library packages. Then you will see here bash copy edit pip install, right? This is the main command. Look at this pip install pandas, numpy, whatever you want. Recommended beginners tools: Jupyter Notebook for visual learning and Google Colab. Google Colab is an online tool that is provided by Google, and here you will see the Jupyter Notebook. When you will install Jupyter, pip install Jupyter, right? Let me show you Jupyter. Here is Jupyter. Now see, Jupyter meta package, install all the Jupyter components in one go, right? This Jupyter Notebook is a very useful for beginners tools. Okay, so if any business analyst want to learn Python, so he can start from Jupyter Notebook or Google Colab. I prefer this Jupyter Notebook because I have used this a lot, right? So it's a good tool. You can learn whatever you want in this. If you want to use pandas, machine learning tools, anything, right? Okay, so now let's move ahead. Now you can see here the basic syntax. Now see, while working on project, you should also have some the business analyst must also have some little basic knowledge. I am not telling about learn the complete programming language, I am not telling about that, but at least you should know some basic of the Python. Okay, so basic of the Python, for example, let me open this. Now let's see this. Suppose if you want reading data from CSV in Python, right? So first of all you have to import that CSV, right? Import CSV with open giants.csv. it's a name, let's take this company.csv, and then mode equal to reading, you will see here. So it is, the syntax are also very easy to understand as file. Okay, then you will see here csv file equal to csv.reader file. You can easily get these commands also after a few research, and you can get all the list of commands also, right? Although the work will be done by the developer, business analyst will not do this, but I am just explaining you for the surface knowledge. Now for lines in CSV files, print line, so you will get this type of output. Okay, now let me give you one more another example. For example, very basic syntax, right? So let's talk about basic syntax. Variables and data types, right? So Python, okay, Python. Now name equal to Peter, and look at this. Variables, this is a variable. Amount equal to 5,000. So this is called data type. Is approved equal to true, right? So this is called yes or no. Okay, or we can say boolean. So many times these are some basic variables, data types. Now there are some conditional statements also. Let me explain you that also. Conditional statement, right? For example, if amount is greater than 50,000, it's 5 like it's 50,000 now. Okay, print needs approval, else print Now again you might be thinking, why should I learn all these things? The reason is that suppose in front of you are sitting in front of the client, and client says that okay, we need some approval routing while creation of the purchase order, or we can say the sales order. So you can explain him like that way, like this way. This is the original syntax. Also in programming, the developer use same syntax, but at least if you understand this type of syntax, no doubt if whether there is a semicolon or what, no doubt, but you should be able to explain the client, right? So in this way your technical expertise will also be exposed, that okay, the business analyst know how to do that, right? Now let me explain you one looping also. Looping, for example, for I in range 5, here is semicolon and then print step I. So you can explain him that okay, how many times the approval is to be done, or we can say if any condition comes for looping, in that case you can explain the client, okay, this is what we are going to do, because nowadays the clients are also interested in watching these technical things. Okay, then let me show you the functions. Okay, now how these functions are defined. So DEF, definition, right? These are the function definition. Check approval, okay, check approval amount, then return approve if amount is less than 50,000, else escalate. So these are called some functions. So the business analyst must know exactly how to define the functions, how to define all these things, right? Now let me explain you few more things. We will not go in depth of technical, but at least today we are going to see some technical, so it will be interesting for you, right? Because for the last so many sessions we have been just talking about like Excel and Word document and how the documents are prepared, all these things. Today we will do something little different. Okay, now for example, one more thing is there. Suppose we have installed this Pandas library, right? Now Pandas library is installed, but how we can call this, how you will call this library? Now there is one more special syntax. See here, import pandas as pd and then data equal to pd dot read csv. I will explain you, just one second, give me 1 second. Sales order dot csv print at top 5 lines. Okay, this is called. Now see here, you have installed the pandas, fine, but how to utilize that pandas library? So import pandas as pd. Pd is the nickname of pandas. You can do like pd1 also, whatever, but you have to use here also the same. Okay, so import pandas as pd or pds, whatever name you provide, use the same name here also. Okay, now data equal to, as I have shown you in the above lines, you can see here these are the variables. Okay, so data equal to pd dot read csv. Read csv is a command. Okay, read csv. Now sales orders dot csv. In the same folder, if the file is kept, then you can read it without any dot or the slash, and if the file is kept somewhere outside, then you have to just use backward slash and then go back and That's a developer's thing. Okay, we will not go in that. And in this way you can see here data equal to pd dot read CSV, sales order CSV. Okay, now sample columns, you can see basic filtering, right? Now let me explain you something more. Use case example. Okay, is greater than rupees $50,000. Group orders by customer and total value. Okay, so this is how we do in programming level. So business analyst must have the surface knowledge of the programming, that how the Excel is being read using Python. The reason is that now suppose if the TL team lead, or we can say if someone knows that you do not know the programming, so he can put so many excuses, and at that point you can't do anything. You have to just say okay, because you never know the coding. But when you know the coding, so when you know the scripting part, so you should be able to do it, or we can say you should be able to handle the team. You will be able to handle the team in a better way, right? So you at least you should know that what thing requires how much time. Okay, so that's why today I am showing you some scripting techniques. Now suppose if you want to read the Excel sheet, right? Let me come here, copy edit. Okay, 5,000. Okay, copy edit. Now let me explain you with this. Okay, now see here, import Pandas as pd df, that is the data frame, equal to pd dot read Excel. This same command I have used few minutes earlier. Vendor bills dot xlsx sheet underscore name. Sheet underscore name is inside an Excel which sheet you want to read. January underscore data, that is the sheet name. And after that, print df dot columns. That's it. So in this way you will see how this very simple, with the help of very simple commands, you can easily understand that exactly what is being going on. Now some use cases. Let me explain you with some use cases. Okay, so use case number 1, filter bills with GST greater than like rupees 5,000, or let's use dollar, right? Greater than dollar. Then second is extract only pending bills. Third point, export clean data to new Excel. So this is the use case, that exactly what we are going to do. So the same thing a programmer does in his scripting part. So that is why when the testing is done, or when the some error comes, so in that case the business analyst must be able to explain the programmer that you have to do it like this, right? So the business, that is why this business analyst is highly recommended to know at least some basics of programming. Now suppose if there is a requirement of writing in Excel, okay, now df dot to Excel. Now read Excel means reading from Excel, and to Excel means writing to Excel. Right? So this is how we read and write the Excel in a scripting way. Now let's come here. Practical use case. Now here the interesting thing. Now what are the practical use cases for BA? Right, if a BA reads all these things, now where it will be used, right? That is the main question of the BA. That is the main question of for the BA, that where it is used. So practical use case of for BA is automate status report, budget versus actual comparison, exception reports, duplicate orders, right? So now just give me a second. So first of all, suppose if the client says that we want to automate some status reports. Automate some status reports means at a certain time automatically the report should be generated and they should be sent through email to the desired person, right? These are called some automated reports. So now so now status report, now budget versus actual comparison. Now in this way, so you can see here the budget versus actual comparison. Many times in a project it is required that you have to provide the comparison also. Okay, so what will you do? So these type of things, when they are demanded, in that case you have to explain them, okay, what we will do. So first of all, automate the status report, budget versus actual comparison, then the exception reports. Now you will see here pre-UAT validation. What is this pre-UAT validation? So pre-UAT validation means, for example, compare master data across sheet, okay, validate total from legacy versus ERP dump, okay, then prepare test data dynamically for UAT script, and then integrate with email tools for automated alerts, right? So these are the things that a BA should know, business analyst. Okay, so this is how the practical use cases of BA are given here. Now let me show you some more things. Why a BA should know about Python and Python projects. Okay, now again the same question arises, that why a BA should know about the Python and Python use cases or Python projects. So better understanding of the technical scope. See, if you know better, you have the better understanding of the technical scope, then only you will be able to explain the client about the project. For example, if you are sitting in front of the client, and suppose that client is a postgraduate in IT field, now it would be a challenging task for a business analyst to make him understand exactly what we are providing, if you can't say anything, like because a technical person knows each and everything. So that's why better understanding of the technical scope, right? Number one, better understanding means knowing Python helps BA understand what developers are building, allowing them to write more realistic and practical requirement, right? So the BA know, for example, if when the client will say, how will you upload our historical data in the next Python project, in this Python application, so what will you do? You will explain him something like this, sir. We will take the CSV file or the Excel sheet, then we will prepare a template based on that Excel sheet, then we will set the data into that template, and after that template is ready, we will first upload with 2 records, and when those 2 records will be uploaded successfully, then we will upload with all 25,000 records. Now if you explain him something like this, he will also get impressed. Okay, that means you know about programming. And if you say something like this, like okay, that our team will upload, but how will you upload, right? Because I remember when I started my journey in IT, at that time the client, they never asked such questions, but after few years I found that the owner, or we can say the client person, they are also interested in understanding the procedure, right? So that is why this the business analyst must have knowledge of programming. Okay, then effective communication with developers. Now suppose I gathered the information, and suppose I have written their requirement, and in that requirement, when I will say something like the client wants the historical data migration also. Historical data migration, how will we do that? So if the business analyst having some knowledge of IT, then I will tell them, okay, we have to take the CSV files, and then I will provide you the CSV files, and you can download those CSV files from the SharePoint, and then again put it on the SharePoint and do it whatever you want on the local laptop, and then upload it again. So this is called effective communication with the developer. But if the business analyst never know about programming, then how will the business analyst communicate with the developers? So that's why this effective communication with the developers is required by the business analyst. So speaking the same language builds credibility and improve collaboration with Python developers and data engineers. That is what I am trying to explain you. Speaking the same language that a developer understand. Don't speak like a manager's language. You have to speak the same language. I mean to say the technical language, right? So technical language you have to use, then only it will be a effective communication, and it will build a trust between the BA and the engineers. Then strong requirement gathering. Now suppose when you are having each and everything, then you should be able, then you will automatically get an idea of each and every information gathering. For example, I have worked as a developer, so I know that what things are required for while taking the information or requirements. For example, first of all I will say that, okay, do you want to upload the historical data? Whatever you want, first of all I will ask their requirements. Okay, what is currently you are using, what you want us to do, then what type of data will be uploaded, is the current data uploaded format is okay, or you need to make the changes in the format, what type of printout format do you need, right? And who will be the user to do all these things, right? So all these things are required while information gathering. And if you know the technical terms and the Python language, then definitely it will be a plus point for you. Okay, like this. Okay, now stronger requirement gathering. Python knowledge enables a BA to ask the right technical questions during stakeholders discussion and avoid vague or impractical requests, right? Now let me give you one example. If you are going to, if you are today you are going to purchase any washing machine, right? So when in 20 to 30 years back, if someone goes to purchase a washing machine, or we can say the bike, they just go and give the money and just purchase that. But today when you will go to any washing machine shop, or we can say if you are today purchasing the bike, then you already gather some technical knowledge about the bike, that what will be the cc capacity, and what will be the mileage. So when you will go in front of that bike dealer, you are already having so much knowledge related to that particular item. Similarly, when you go to buy a washing machine, then also mostly 90% people, they already have the basic knowledge of functioning of the Excel sheet, or sorry, washing machine, right? So in this way, if you are having some technical knowledge about any thing that you are doing, it will be a plus point for you. Okay, now let's move ahead. Let's come here. Okay, why BA should know about Python and Python projects? This is the continuation. Now, why BA should know about the Python or the Python project? Basic data analysis and validation. Basic data analysis, you should be able to do the basic data analysis. Now basic data analysis means what? Basic data analysis means BA can write small Python script to validate data, analyze data sets, and test business logics, especially in data reporting or machine learning project. Okay, then you should be able to understand that support in prototyping for POC Python, right? Now a BA can assist in rapid prototyping or proof of concept by writing basic Python code, reducing dependency on tech team for every small task. The reason is that today if a client say, okay, how much do you know about the programming? So this is called proof of concept. Suppose if I go in front of the client and said that, okay, we are going to develop your Python project. Now first of all, the client is interested in knowing that how much do I know about the Python. So I have to make him understand that, okay, you can trust me, I know Python very well, right? So because today there are so many things that already the client or the owner already have that knowledge, right? So that is why it is written here like proof of concept by writing some basic Python codes, reducing dependency on tech team for every small task. For example, if I do a validation test or user acceptance testing, in that case I should be able to understand exactly what is going on in the back end, so that I can easily give instructions to the tech team. Okay, then bridge the gap between business and tech team. So Python skills make business analyst more independent and capable for translating business problems into Python friendly solutions. For example, if the client is saying that okay, right now we are not having any type of approval process, one person has created the purchase order of $50,000 and he bought that item for the company had to pay that $50,000. We need some type of like approval routing. Now if you know about the technical aspect, then you can easily say okay, no problem, we will create a workflow for that, and without clearing that workflow you can't be able to make that approve that purchase order, and that purchase order will be approved by the manager only, because that page will be visible to manager only. So this type of automation is required, and this type of technical skills are required when you are working with a tech team. Okay, now automation of a BA task. With the Python, BAs can automate repetitive tasks like Excel reporting, generation, data cleaning and transformation. Okay, with Python, BA can automate repetitive tasks like Excel report generation, data cleaning and transformation. Okay, so these are the things that the business analyst should know. Next point, enhance decision making on agile project. BA who understand Python can make quicker decisions during sprint planning and backlogs, all these things. Yeah, that's true. A business analyst can take immediate decisions also. Similarly, competitive edge in the job market. Python knowledge adds significant value to a business analyst profile, especially in roles related to data analytics, AI, ML and automation. If you are diving in the field of IT, right, so at least you should have the basic knowledge or basic procedure of working of Python, right? That will keep you ahead. So that is why this type of knowledge are required by the business analyst. Now let's come to the summary point. Python is beginner friendly and perfect for BA. Okay, Python is beginner friendly and perfect for BA. Use Pandas for reading Excel sheet. Perform filters, logics and grouping within a few lines. Okay, automate data tasks and collaborate better with the tech team. Tools used: Jupyter, VS Code, Google Colab. Okay, so in this way a business analyst must possess some knowledge of technical also. So guys, today we will close this session here only, and it's a very important. In this whole session we have discussed about that when you are jumping in this IT project field, so you should know not only the functional part, like whatever I listen from the client I will tell you same as it is. At least you should be able to know that what's the process is going on. Suppose I am in my initial days I have worked as a PHP developer, so I know that how that PHP application is installed in the laptop or a computer. Then I know that how MySQL is installed, how XAMPP is installed, how Laravel is installed. So you should know that exactly how these things takes place, right? so that it would be easy for you to communicate with the technology team and the client. Okay. Python beginner friendly, perfect for BAs. Okay. Use Pandas for reading Excel. Okay. Perform filters, logic, grouping within a few lines. Automate data tasks and collaborate better with tech team. Okay. Automate data tasks. You have to automate all these things. And then tools used, that is Jupyter, VS Code, Google Colab, right? So all these things are required by the business analyst. Okay. Okay, so guys, today's session was totally based on technical part. Okay. A business analyst must know about the technical aspect of any project. Business analyst means not like just communicating with the client and not interfering in tech team. He has the right to interfere in the tech team also. That depends on the requirement. So in this way, first the basic communication skills and documentation skills are required, but on the second level you should know a little bit about the scripting part also. So guys, today is the most important session, and if anything is not clear to you, you can put down into the comment box, and then I will resolve your doubts. Okay. And those who have not subscribed my channel so far, then I recommend you to subscribe the channel so that you will get the notification of the next upcoming videos. And in our tomorrow's next session, we are going to learn about case study requirement gathering for a Python data analytical tool. Okay. Requirement gathering for a Python data analysis tool. Okay. So how we will gather the information. Okay guys, thank you, and thank you for attending the webinar. Thank you.